We're back. So, we're back. We reset the phone. We plugged her in. And it looks like all is good. So, hopefully, it'll tell you guys we're back. And we can hang out and bullshit and no holds barred. Freaking anything goes chat today, guys. So, let's get her done. We'll while we're waiting for everybody to show up, I'm gonna start a little more grinding on. Put my drink over in the house so I don't freaking blow it out with grinder dust. All right. So deck lid sanded out, and or no, this deck lid sanded out. This next deck lid sanded out. And while we're doing it, hopefully it shouts out the notifications and people start jumping back in. We'll hang out and talk shit. So let's go. Let's get her done. We're almost there. All right. Let's get this all off of here and get her wrapped up. Because today could be the day we finish it. Today will be the day we finish it. All right, welcome back, guys. We're had some technical difficulties with the phone. We got it all worked out. We're gonna get this grinded out and wrapped, and then we'll move on to the next one. Once it's done, it's gonna look awesome. The hard part's gonna be putting everything back on the boat. But we're almost to the point where we can start putting it back together. I just got these 4 last deck lids to finish, and the boat will be back. It'll be all back together. Well, I gotta put it back together, but it'll be ready. All right, who's back? Who's here? We got 3 in, 1 thumbs up. Appreciate you guys. Today is a boat work and bullshit session. So once somebody shows up as a moderator, I will have them pin a comment for me. And we're going to get this day rocking. We're going to get her going. Hopefully we get pushed back out into the short feed again. But we'll see. We want to get this channel built up, guys. We're gonna have some fun. All right, who's back? Who do we got back in here? So for all of you guys that are here, that are new to the channel or whatever, not familiar with what we're doing right now, we are redoing the flooring on the boat. Right now I'm sanding out the old carpet glue from the deck lids, like all the boxes in the deck, and we're going to rewrap them with new PA foam and make her pretty. Make her more functional than anything. We're almost done with this one lid. And once this one's done, I can wrap it. All right, let's go. We're almost there. That's it. The top is done. Now I can do the four edges, and we're almost there. And the edges seem to go a lot quicker than the top. All right, we got 7 people here. Got 2 thumbs up. Appreciate you guys. Give me just 2 seconds and I'll explain what we're doing here. So, let me finish this one little bit and then we'll explain what's going on. All right, so here's what we're doing, guys. For everybody that's new or just jumped in or doesn't know what's going on, these are all for the accessory hatch boxes in the boat. Your tackle storage, your live wells, all that. We are redoing the flooring in the boat. We've got the box lids off of all the boxes, and we're getting them all sanded out and prepped for the new floor. Once I get them sanded out, I'm going to rewrap them with the new flooring and put them back on the boat, and it's going to look awesome. So that's what's going on here. We also have a little specialty Sunday episode going on here where no holds barred, chat go wild. No racist or sexist or political, but other than that, man, no holds barred, no rules for chat today. So let's get her done, guys. Let's have a fun Sunday afternoon. Get some work done and hang out and have a little bullshit session. What do you guys say? All right. This is going to end up looking really nice when it's done. Seems to go better this way. There we go. Two out of 4 edges done. We're halfway there. A little over halfway. All right. Dude, I want some chicken gumbo. Let me just one little bit on the corner, guys, and I'll kill it and hang out with chat for a minute. All right, let's stop making noise and hang out with chat. God, I've been blowing out my phone with dust. But it is what it is. So, not up here. All right. That looks like the only one chatting here is Grumpy. Oh, did you get that tooth taken care of? Heck yeah. Good deal. Good deal. Hopefully it's heck yeah, man. Got a light switch when they pull that freaking tooth. It's like the pain shuts off instantly. Wisdom teeth are a little different. You got, you know, a little residual jaw pain, but you know, that throbbing, stabbing, getting hit in the freaking head with a sledgehammer pain is gone, which is nice. Just sore, yeah, exactly. You'll be good in a couple of days. That'll go away. The mouth heals really quick. I mean, I've knocked out enough teeth to know. I actually have to go in and get all my teeth. I got to go buy a whole new set. Um, but, it's desert racing and shit for you. So, you know. So, there's only 2 people here right now. Grumpy, would you do me a favor? Yep, I'm going that same route. I'm going that exact same route. Would you type into the chat? Let's see, how do I want it worded? Anything goes in chat today? No holds barred chat, or because I want to pin that up. Because I think we're going to do today's going to be fuck it. Anything goes. So type in chat so I can pin the message. That just basically anything goes today in chat. So today we have no rules for chat, other than don't be a fucking total douchebag and don't get racist. But today is no holds barred, no rules. There we go. Perfect. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Hopefully we'll get some people in and just want to hang out and bullshit and talk shit and all that, because what better thing to do on a Sunday than hang out and bullshit and talk shit, So we got one little bit of edge on this first live well cover to sand out, and then we're gonna wrap that one with the flooring. So that should look really good. Should look really good once it's wrapped. I got to figure out which way I'm going to lay the floor to look the best against the other. Hell yeah, thank you, Grumpy. I appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. I got to figure out which way I want to lay the new foam on the floor. It's a little diamond pattern to it, and the rest of the flooring has that diamond pattern. But I got to figure out which way I think I want it. Once it's on the boat, you know what I mean? Like which way the pattern runs. So once I get this thing sanded out all the way, then I'll lay it down next to the trunk lid where it goes and see which way I want to do the pattern. And then I'll wrap this one, and I'll have this one complete and ready to go. And then I'll start the next ones. I got 2 small ones, which are my live well hatches. And then I got 2 big ones that I got to do, which are like my accessory hatches. One of them I keep, my oil, because it's a 2-stroke. One of them I keep my oil and my mixing cup and my funnel and all that. But the other one's like tackle. Is it for the lids? We'll do the lids differently than the floor. So the floor is going to be completely different. Basically, what I'm working on right now is all the my entire stern on the boat is box lids or boxes. There's one section about 6 inches wide and 18 inches long. That's just one little solid piece that's not a lid, but the entire stern of the boat is deck lids. So I'm running them. Basically, I already did the bow. So I'm running all the main color. I'm doing 2 colors on these lids. The bigger lids are going to be the main color that I've been using, that gray that's all. And then the live wells are going to be a different color. So they will definitely stand out. The floor in the cockpit itself is going to be different than the rest. So it'll basically be my steps, which I don't know if you can really see them. They're over there. Zoom in. So right there, that's the steps for the bow to go up from the cockpit up to the bow. I did those in a black and white camouflage. so that they stand out. Um, why is this thing zoomed in so far and won't zoom back out? Zoom out, damn it. There we go. There we go. So my intention with that is that I want the steps to be absolutely visible, no matter what. I want them to catch your eye because I want you to see the steps, and I don't want somebody to trip and go freaking getting hurt because they didn't see a step on the boat, you know? My biggest fear is, somebody falls off the boat and gets hurt. I don't want that liability, I don't want to have to watch somebody get hurt, So, which I'm actually surprised I haven't fallen off the boat yet, but that's just me. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that I did that for the steps. Now I have more of that color that right down the center of the boat between the seats, the driver's and the passenger seat, is where my safety equipment goes. There's a big long locker in there that has all my safety equipment, my life jacket, my throwable, my oars, all of that kind of stuff is down in there. And that is going to match the steps. So that whole center section going from the back seats all the way up to the top of the steps is going to blend and be a different color than everything else. That's going to really stand out. So that way, if there is an emergency, I can tell somebody, if like I'm the one that fell off the boat, I can tell them, open up the hatch, ammo colored, the black and white hatch, and get me a fucking life jacket or a throwable or an anchor or an oar or whatever. It's easily noticeable. The rest, I want it all to blend, but we'll get all the rest done. The actual flooring in the cockpit, that'll be the next project on the boat. But for now, I'm just going to focus on basically getting the stern completed, and then I'll go fish it a few times, and then I'll worry about getting the bit done. So I've never fallen out of my boat, but I have fallen out of my kayak, and that sucked. I had to sit inside at the point in time, and we were out fishing, trout fishing, middle of January, freezing cold outside. I was wearing a long sleeve shirt. I had a t-shirt with a long sleeve shirt with a t-shirt over the top of that, and then a jacket. And then I had thermals and a pair of Levi's with my freaking hunting boots and my wool socks because it was so freaking cold outside. Well, we're out in the lake, and I had to race like a piss horse. So the only porta-pisser anywhere around was like 3/4 of the way across the lake. There's no way I was paddling that far. So I decided what I was going to do is I was going to kind of turn sideways in the kayak and piss off the side of the kayak, right? So I put my hands on the side of the kayak to kind of stand up and turn to get onto my knees. And as soon as I went like this and like that, the kayak fucking flipped, and I went in the drink. And I'll tell you what, not only did I not have to piss anymore, but my other buddy that was watching the whole thing happen laughed so hard he almost fell out of his kayak. I ended up having to, there's a little on the bow of my kayak. So I grabbed onto that, grabbed onto the stern. I was like swimming, kicking with my feet. He's paddling, trying to get me to shore. And we ended up coming into a little cove with some little Asian guy fishing. And when the guy saw us turn that corner, he laughed so hard that he started choking because of the sight of us coming in like that. It was absolutely hilarious. To this day, my buddies all still give me shit about that. So it was pretty funny. Freezing cold. And I ended up getting skunked that day too, which made it even worse. All right, let's man, I'm freaking good right now. let's blast out this last edge on this deck lid, and then we'll get her wrapped. So here comes the noise. Oh, the wind's picking up out here. That's good though, it's keeping the dust from blowing in my face. All right, made short work of that corner, huh? All right, a little touch up here. What I'm doing right now is just getting all the glue, the old glue off of there. All right, this one's looks like she's ready to go. I want to run this down the inside edge real quick and see if it does any good. And a little bit. All right. I'm not going to wrap all the way through the corners like inside here, but I wanted to hit that inside edge to see if it could kind of clean up a little bit of it. I can't get all the way into the corner with the sander, but at least if I get the majority scraped out of here, when you open the box, it'll look halfway decent. You know, I'm not out there for a fashion show, but I want it to at least look, you know, look good. But so we got the majority of this out of here. I think we'll be okay. I'm not going for perfection. I'm going for function. Performance over pretty, you know. Function over fashion. All right. So this one, I just got to wash off real quick with the hose. Get all the dust and dirt and debris off of it. And then, hey, Rod. Oh, you're going to be fishing tomorrow. Nice. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. So, did you order the donkey dong? Or are you still trying to figure out which route you're going to go with that? I told Josie last night, I was texting with Josie last night and told her she missed one funny ass conversation that would have been right up her alley, but apparently she never got the notifications that we were live. So, all right, wash this deck lid off, get all the dust and shit off of it. And then I'll go let her hang dry for a little while we're starting on the next one. Wash some of this dust off me as well. Jesus. Actually, I might as well wash this off while I'm here. Got a whole bunch of dust and debris in the step, so why not wash her all off, right? All right, we gotta turn off the water. I'll hang this one up to dry, and we'll hang out with chat for a minute. I need to run inside and grab my drink. So I was actually smart today and put my drink in the house, so I didn't blow it out with freaking dust. Hey, look at that. That's a perfect drying rack. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, let me go inside real quick, guys, grab my drink. Then we'll hang out and chat for a little bit. I'm actually going to grab a cookie. I want a cookie. Oh, it's my last one. All right. I got my cookie. I got my drink. Now let's come hang out. Guys, these things are fucking phenomenal. They're the like big old fat frosted Oreos. So freaking good. So still searching for the hitch extensions, but stand well. You can try Canyon Ferry again. Okay. Alumibra to eat the glue off? I don't know. It might. But for me to go freaking buy some, it's a 4-hour journey to the store and back. So Canyon Ferry, didn't Canyon Ferry stomp your ass though last time you were there? Oh, yeah. You know what? It's most likely 2-inch. But it could be 2.5 depending on what if it's an aftermarket. So let me clean the camera off here, guys. I blasted it with dust. So, all right. All right. Man, I'm so disappointed that I don't get service at the home lake anymore. But we'll have Starlink here in the next couple of months. And we'll do a lot more. A lot more. With Starlink, as you guys have seen with Rod's channel, Starlink opened up so many new spots for him. Suit Bloom, that's right. Oh, that's right. You did cut. I thought for some reason I thought you got skunked there. Oh my god, these cookies are so freaking good. I don't like sweets, but man, these things, these fucking Oreo, like a soft Oreo freaking cookie, they're so good. All right, I'm not looking forward to these last lids, man. I'm losing motivation, but I got to get her done. I want it done today. I want to be able to. I mean, it's already 12:30. We're running out of light now about 5. I wanted to be able to get them all done, wrapped, and put back on the boat. But if I get them all wrapped, I can go set it on there and we can see what everything's going to look like. That's right. That was pre Starlink. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm telling you, man, that the amount of stuff that Starlink has opened up for you is amazing. Amazing how much it's opened up. So, once I get Starlink, I'll be able to fish live a whole bunch of new spots. El Capitan, which is a great bass fishery, and San Vicente, which is one of our premier bass fisheries out here. I don't get service with Verizon anymore. And I also don't get service at my home lake. So, live fishing for me now is going to be down in the canals in the desert or the lakes in the middle of the goddamn city, and I don't like going into the city. So, yeah, so AT&T had way better cell service out in the rural areas. Verizon claims to be the largest provider with the largest coverage area, and I call bullshit. Their coverage area sucks. There's about a 10-mile stretch on the freeway right here by the house. I've tried all of that. I've tried all of it. There's a dead zone. Just basically, eastern San Diego County is a dead zone for Verizon. What I really want, God, my freaking nose is full of that freaking glue from sanding it. And I can't get it. I want FirstNet for the service. FirstNet is basically for first responders, where the way the FirstNet service works is they ping every cell tower within range, and whatever the cell tower has the best signal is the one that you ping through. So as you're moving, it's constantly looking for the best signal. And FirstNet operates off all networks: Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T, the Walmart networks, the all that. Yeah, Grumpy's got FirstNet. It's amazing. You never lose cell service. I mean, there's spots where you're going to lose service, but you're not going to get service in that area with any provider if you're losing it on FirstNet. But I'm not eligible. I could get it if I was, a paramedic, a firefighter, a cop, whatever. But I'm too old to go back and do any of that. So until somebody comes out with like there was rumor, and I can't verify it, that T-Mobile was working with good old Elon Musk to get the T-Mobile network linked up with Starlink, so that basically you would have cell service anywhere you have Starlink service. If that's the case, I'll freaking spend the money to get out of my contract with Verizon and go to the T-Mobile. You know, because like I was saying, like up here on the freeway, there's about a 10-mile stretch where I can't, you know, if something happens, I don't have cell service, which is kind of ridiculous on a major interstate, you know. Um, oh, it's a text only. Okay. So, well, it's in the beta phases though then. But hey, either way, if they're doing text only right now, eventually they're going to be doing, you know, all data. Yeah, for now it's only a data. Hey, you know what though? At least so they're in the testing phases, you know. So that'll be give them some good information on how to move forward with full data. But you know, if I were to say I was getting on the freeway going towards San Diego, going west, and I watched a semi run over fucking a school bus full of kids. There's like a 10-mile stretch where I can't call 911. I don't even get like emergency cell service out there. So it kind of pisses me off. I want to be able to use my cell service like I had with AT&T. But AT&T wanted to be assholes and tell me that because I was a existing member or existing customer, I had to pay $400 more to upgrade my phone than a brand new customer. So I said, screw you, and went to Verizon, and that was a bad move. But I was able to upgrade to the iPhone 17 Pro Max for pennies on the dollar. Whereas if I would have bought that through AT&T, they would have charged me $1,500 for the phone and then a $400 service upgrade. So I would have paid $1,900 for the same phone that a new customer would have paid $900 for. Because you know, even with the just above the $400 upgrade bullshit they wanted to pull, the phone price was different for an existing customer and a brand new customer, which to me is bullshit. I don't care what business you're in. I don't care if you're a cell provider, a dog walker, you own a bait and tackle shop, whatever. If you have customers that have been in with you for decades, they should be getting the best price, not the dude that's coming in off the street saying that, you know, I'm a brand new customer. So you had to order yours, still waiting on it. So when I went in, I just wanted the regular 17, and this is all they had. So this is what I ended up getting, which is a lot more freaking phone than my stupid ass can figure out how to use. But I'll tell you what, the camera on this thing is fucking phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. It's better than my Canon. Like we got a big old badass fucking Canon camera, and the camera on the iPhone is better than the camera on the Canon. They credit me back every month. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. That's where I'm at. I got the same deal. Unfortunately, I'm locked into a 2-year contract, so I may end up breaking that contract though and going back to AT&T. Now, if I can get the Starlink going on, then it's not as a non-starter. It's not an issue. But I was looking into it. Starlink is fairly reasonable size for the Mini. It's fairly portable. It's fairly lightweight. My biggest thing is going to be the powering it, the battery packs and shit. I'm kind of leaning towards the I fucking hate Verizon too. Oh, really? You got the 16 Pro Max right before the 17 came out. See, that's what Mrs. SoCal has is the 16. Um, I don't even know they were up to the freaking 17 at this point. But this is my first Apple phone, so like apparently, from what I understand, um, built into the software of the Apple phone is some editing software that's supposed to be pretty good. But I'm what you call computer tarded, so I haven't figured out how to use it yet. I'll sit down one day here and play with it because unfortunately I'm going to have to be editing video from the home lake now and doing some long form videos because um, I don't get cell service there. So hopefully if I do some long forms they'll actually get views. But it seems like all the long forms I've done up until now get absolute dog shit for views. So we'll see how it goes. But I was really hoping to be able to get out and just do some specialty lives on the home lake. But that's not going to happen until Starlink. So, but Rod has informed me that, which I didn't know and I didn't see any advertisement or anything anywhere. When you order Starlink, they give you a promo code to give to friends and family. So once I get the Starlink in hand, I'm going to use Rod's promo code for Starlink, which will give both of us a free month of service, which is huge. That's huge, you know? So it doesn't sound like a big deal, but at $169 a month, 169 bucks is 169 bucks these days. So I'll be definitely hitting up Rod for that promo code when I get the unit in hand. I just got to figure out the power. In the car, it won't be about it. In the Jeep, not a problem. In the boat, I think what I may end up doing is wiring in a plug just for Starlink, so that I can run the Starlink off of the boat, house power. I'm gonna end up putting. I can fit like 3 more batteries in the back of the boat comfortably, for like house batteries, and then the big old lunker of a battery for the trolling motor. So the trolling motor is a whole different problem, though. I need a trolling motor. So if anybody's got a trolling motor with spot lock laying in your freaking backyard that you're not using, I'll gladly take it off your hands for you. Because my trolling motor is down in the bottom of the lake right now. So apparently, the one of the screws that hold the freaking the whole shaft. There's the trolling motor's got a clamp that holds the whole freaking shaft onto the mounting plate. Apparently that screw stripped out and came apart, and the trolling motor went for a swim. So you need a motor? Yeah, my motor's fine on the boat. I just need a trolling motor. And I did find in the boat, I thought I had to buy an anchor. I found stuffed way up underneath the steps because my steps are on a hinge as well, and they open up and there's a cubby up under there. And I found stashed way up in that thing was another anchor. So I have a grappling anchor I can use. It's got the little ring on it so I can tie a secondary rope for recovery if I get stuck. So you got 6 anchors? Damn, Grumpy. I need like 1. I need like 1. Or wait, you got 6 anchors and a boat. Well, I thought you only had 3 kids and a wife. So you got 2 anchors for the boat, and then a wife and 3 kids. Is that where it's coming down to? Because if that's the case, I now got 2 anchors. I got the wife and I got the 1 boat anchor. But I'll be out fishing next probably Thursday. Well, yeah, definitely Thursday. Tuesday we got to drive out to her mom's house out in Arizona, which we're taking the truck. So we got to bring a bunch of her shit. Hey, Anthony, what's happening? We got to bring a bunch of her mom's stuff out to her. She's got this 3-wheel like tricycle e-bike thing we got to bring out there. And then a few other things that she left behind when she moved out there. We got to take all that out to her. Hold on, I got to let my cat in the house. Come here, bud. Come on. Squirrel, come on. Here. Come on. Go. We got the dog door, but it's like a little too heavy for the cat. He can get in and out, but it's a pain in the ass for him, so I just let him in. So Tuesday I got to do that fucking suicide kamikaze turnaround trip out to Arizona. That's like 4 hours driving each way. Plus, however long we're at her mom's house. It's going to be a long day. We'll be live. I'll be driving live for that one. And then Wednesday, that's like Wednesdays are our days where we go, Costco and grocery shopping and all that shit. And then Thursday I'll be able to go fish. Tomorrow, I'm going to the deer woods. I'm absolutely going to the deer woods tomorrow. No matter what I got to do to force myself to wake up in the morning, or if I just pull a freaking all-nighter, I will be in the deer woods tomorrow. So tomorrow the fishing is out. But Thursday I think I'll hit the lake. I don't get cell service at my home lake, which is going to suck. So I'll have to do like long form video out there. Hey, Real Texas, welcome in. We're just hanging out, shooting the shit, working on the boat lids. Got almost all I got 3 lids left to sand out and get wrapped with the new flooring, and then they'll be done. So, but I'm thinking, so I've been joking with Crappy Man for a long time, telling Crappy Man that I got to come out there to South Carolina and fish the real Lake, because our Lake Murray out here just sucks and it's a joke. But I just got the Bass Box of the Month that I won from Crappy Man in the mail Friday. So I kind of want to go out and do a Crappy Man only bait day on Lake Murray. Only throwing freaking Crappy Man baits. So, dude, I'd love to come to Canada, Munchie. I'd love to come to Canada, but Canada, last time I tried to go to Canada, wouldn't let me in. So they kicked me out at the border. So, hey, Chaos Goat's here. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're doing a kind of hangout bullshit, no holds barred, anything goes in chat today, while I'm working on the last 4 lids for the deck boxes. So, and actually, I think what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to clean up this little bit of a mess that I made, sanding this one out, sweep some more dust off the table so I can lay this one deck laid out that's ready and wrap it. Get her all done. Get that one done. You're not allowed in America? Why? Canada wouldn't let me in because I didn't have enough cash on me. Too many crimes? Okay, yeah. Yep, understandable. We tried to go to Canada and like a little side trip while we were up in Glacier, and they wouldn't let us in because I didn't have enough cash. Like, I had all my freaking credit cards and my bank card and all that, but like I didn't have enough actual hardcore, folding cash. So they told us we couldn't come in. And then another big issue was my buddy that was with us. Him and his girlfriend, they like pulled us into secondary and everything, Um, but they were interviewing both of them separately, and their stories didn't match up on how long they've been together. And, asked a dude how long he's been with his chick, after a couple of years, it's like, I don't remember. We've been together, 7 years? And she goes, no, 8 years. And they're like, all right, you guys are lying. Get out of here. Don't come back. They totally thought because he couldn't remember if it was 7 or 8 years they've been together at that point that they were full of shit. Which I thought was hilarious. Well, she actually had like a big old emotional breakdown over that, man. That was like, that whole not remembering the exact amount of years they were together sent her into a tailspin. And the whole rest of that trip sucked for my buddy. She made his life miserable for the rest of that trip. Fortunately, they didn't make it to 9 years. So, but that was also the same trip where another buddy of ours, we had pulled over at some little viewpoint just to kind of like, they had like 4 vehicles, big old caravan of us, a whole bunch of us went. But we pulled over at this little viewpoint thing just to kind of get out, stretch, we'd been in the car for a while. So we pull over at this viewpoint thing and, or like turnout or whatever you want to call it. And off in the distance, about 200 yards off of the turnout thing, is a little baby moose. And we told my buddy, who's a total fucking moron and listened to us, that he should go try to get a picture standing there next to the baby moose. And he did. Well, when you see baby moose, you know that mama moose is going to be, pretty close. And mama moose was the thing. And everything was great right until the flash went off on the camera. Because this is back in the day when, you actually had a camera with you and not just your cell phone. But the flash went off on the camera, and that triggered Mama Moose. And Mama Moose decided that it was time to get this dumb son of a bitch away from Baby Moose and started chasing him. And I'll tell you what, guys, the theory that white men can't jump is bullshit. That dude hurdled a freaking big old fence, like a barbed wire fence. And that moose was on his ass. But when he went over the fence, he freaking split his pants, ate shit, and went tumbling down the little freaking hillside that he had to climb up. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It's kind of one of those like you had to be there moments, but at the same time, like today, we still give him shit about it. So it was pretty comical. The photos were fucking phenomenal. The photos were absolutely phenomenal of that. All right. A little bit of dust still left on this. I'm just going to wipe the dust down. Get this thing all nice and ready to wrap it. And we're going to wrap her up. Let's see how she looks. So, one of the first things I need to figure out which way I want to run the wrap on this, because I'm gonna have to basically put a seam in this one because the flooring I'm using for this doesn't fit all the way to wrap like all 4 corners. So what I need to do is move some of this shit that I got over here again. And I'm gonna bring up the other deck lid that this butts up to and see which way the wrap's gonna look the best. So let me move these out of the way. Oh God, these things are actually kind of heavy. I'll grab this lid, which that's gonna peel right there, but that's okay. That's where the hinges are going, so that'll keep it on there. Okay. So that's going to sit there like that. And then I'll adjust the camera so you guys can see it here in just a second. And then these two deck boxes go like right there. That might be an issue. No, that won't be. I'll be fine right there. Okay, so they're going to sit together like that. Okay. And the flooring I'm using, move dog. Move dog. The flooring I'm using right here, the question is which way do I run it? Because this has still got a little diamond pattern in it. It's hard to see, but if I run it this way, I can almost get all four corners like wrapped in one piece. But that runs opposite of, yeah, it's just not wide enough to wrap all the way down and come to the edges. I got like a little bit on each side. But I'm thinking that the hinge side on the back won't matter so much as long as the corners wrap down. So maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll run it this way. How's it look this way though? It's hard to tell really which way is going to look better. Can you guys even see that on camera? Let me zoom in a little bit. Does the pattern, you can't even really tell which pattern looks better which way, huh? So I like the fact that the diamonds go the same direction, because this does have diamond pattern in here. I like that they go the same direction going this way, but then I'd have to basically come over a little bit right about there and wrap the edge, and I'd have a seam right down the side. So I don't know which way to go with it. Either way, I think I'm going to have a seam. So I think what I'll do is I'll run it with the diamond pattern going this way, and then just put that seam. I'll move it over a little bit so I have a little bit bigger of a section, and I'll seam right down the end of that. I think that'll look the best. So now it's time to get her done, I guess. I guess the only thing I can do is measure this out. Boom. Right there. And right there. Okay. And I'll have to cut a straight line right down there. Make a little mark. Okay. Now, that ain't gonna be long enough. I'll make my marks and I will cut my first section. And actually what I'll do is I'll use this as my straight edge. All right, there's no turning back now. No turning back. So this will go this way. Which end did I cut? I cut, oh, it's straight. I actually cut a straight end. So I'll make my fold. Okay. All right. All right. Here goes nothing, guys. Point of no return, right? Wait, if it's going to go this way, peel on this end. I have not had this stuff come off in one piece yet on the backing. And I don't want to peel all the backing off at once, because I want to be able to like wrap it and then peel it as I go. All right, so she's running that way. Did I fuck myself here? No, I'm good. Okay. I thought I screwed up on my cut, but I think I'm good. Okay. Now, I need a straight edge to cut that. But what I want to do is I want to wrap it. And then how am I gonna do this corner? I'm gonna do this corner like this. Okay. And that will wrap up that corner like that. Perfect. Okay. That one wrap, that looks good. Cut it off here. Do the same thing here. Okay, wrap this. Hey, that looks good on the top. Okay, we're good. And I can cut that off, and that corner will look good. Oh, that corner looks great. Okay, sweet. So now, peel a little more of the backing so that I can go. Okay. Get that down. And now I'm going to need a straight edge, which I can use this. And actually, probably that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. I need to square that end off. So let me go grab something here. I'm I'm going to need a tape measure too, which... Where's my levels? Did he take my fucking levels too? God, that son of a bitch. He took my fucking levels. Eat my fucking ass. He took my fucking levels. That motherfucker took like 90% of my fucking tools. I am so beyond pissed off right now. So beyond pissed off. I had a brand new set of levels, not even freaking out of the packaging yet. And apparently, Dad thought they were his when he moved out, even though freaking he knew they weren't. And all of my levels are gone. See, shit like this is part of the reason he doesn't live here anymore. Every single one of my levels is gone. I need to call my sister and get the key to his utility trailer. All right, well, shit. That sucks. That absolutely sucks. I cannot believe the amount of stuff he took that was not his. I should have been watching when he was taking stuff out to his car to pack it up. Every single one of my levels is gone. Every single one. And they're all, I had 4 that were brand new in a package. He took them all. He took every last one of them. I am so beyond pissed off right now, you guys. Like, I'm ready to jump in the truck and drive down there and start going through all of his shit. I'm at a loss for words at how pissed off I am right now with him. Like, I don't even want him back in my house to visit. He straight up took all of them. Every last one. All right, I gotta go grab a tape measure that I hid from him so I can make a mark here on this thing and be able to cut it. Oh my goodness, man. I can't fucking even fathom. That son of a bitch took my levels. You know all my levels that I bought? Gone. He fucking took them. So I'm gonna have to get a hold of my sister and get the key for his trailer and go through his whole fucking trailer and get all my shit back. It's gonna be right in the front, but I'm gonna go through that whole fucking thing and get everything back. Everything. My little 12-volt Makita battery charger, gone. He doesn't even have Makita drills. Oh, I have a running list. That some bitch. All right. So now what I need to do is I got to measure out. This is what? A little over 14. So for the 10-inch, where's my... Okay, it's stuck right here. I'll go 11. Okay. Go with 11. And then 11. And then I need a 14-inch straight edge, which I had, but apparently somebody decided they wanted it more. This'll work. Surprised he didn't take this. So if I line that up right there and right there, that should give me a straight cut right down. Hopefully. Either way, the edge will be straight because I got a straight edge. So. All right. Now, what I can do is I can take this and line up my seam, and it's pretty darn straight. Pattern's going to be off a little bit, but that's all right. You can't even notice. So if I go there, does that go all the way down? That goes all the way down. So I can make my mark here. And then I can cut a straight line off of that. Okay. So, oh yeah, perfect. Perfect. Okay. So now on this end, let me cut this excess off this edge so everything sits flat. All right, there we go. Give this corner just a little bit of a nip tuck there. Put a little bit of an angle on it, and that corner looks really good that way. All right. Beautiful. Nice and wrapped up like a Christmas present. So now, I'll take this. This pattern goes this way, so I can wrap down right there. Okay, that'll go right there. Come over, wrap, and then, okay, cool. This is going to be kind of brutal, but I think we'll be good. I think we'll be good. What I don't want to do is, let's see. So I need, if I can go like this, and then cut this straight again. Yeah, that's going to suck to do it like this, but I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to wrap it and then cut it. Cut it off. It'll be easier to cut off because I can actually make a nice clean straight line from the using the back edge of this thing as a straight edge. So I just wish this wrapping would or this sticky back on this would come off in one piece. Oop, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. I'm gonna have to start on this side. There she is. There she is. Okay. All right, I'm done and I'll catch up with chat, guys. Almost there. All right, that one's wrapped. And that gives me enough, I think, to do my other little wrap that I'm going to have to do on the other corner. Like my other cutoff that I'm going to need. So perfect. That is perfect. Can't even see that seam on that corner. Beautiful. I'm starting to figure this stuff out, guys. One of these days here, I might know what I'm doing. Look at that, y'all. There it is. Kind of see the seam a little bit, but it's only because the pattern didn't match up. But if I can kind of press this in a little bit as I go, that seam's starting to disappear. Yep, that seam's disappearing. So, there's the next deck lid. Hell yeah. That worked out well. I got one little bit of cutting to do on this little bit where it's right here. And it's done. She done. That done. So let's see how that finished lid's gonna look up against this. Oh, that's gonna look good. That'll look good. And I can't even see the seam anymore. I can't because I knew where it's at. But like most of the seam disappears. The only reason I know where it's at is because I can see the little pattern difference, but from a foot away, you're not going to notice it. Heck yeah, how's that going to look, you guys? What do you think? Pretty good, right? She's looking good. I'm going to have to get a little glue for this over here. The hinges should hold this little spot down, but I think it'll look good when it's done. What do y'all think? I'm so far behind. So far behind in chat. Let's see. All right, Grumpy. Oops. Let me move the camera so I can actually see chat. All right, all right, all right. Hey, Cindy's here. Welcome in, Cindy. Or Cindy was here. She's still here or not? I'm so far behind in chat, but all right. Yeah, it sucks, Munchy. All right, guys. So that one's done. That's how that's gonna look. There's a glare. I can't see it with the glare, but I can't see it in camera, but I can see it to the naked eye, and it looks like it's gonna look all right. Because there's gonna be two of these right here, side by side, and on the ends over here is gonna be two more that are in this same material. So I think it'll look pretty good when it's done. I got a long ways to go. I got 3 more boxes to do, and then I got to put them all on. I got the steps to put on. But so far, I mean, for a guy that's never done this before, it looks pretty okay. I can see a little bit of this seam still, but I'm sure as it sits in the sun and kind of heats a little bit, that seam will kind of disappear. Actually, as I push it a little bit, it disappears. Yeah, that seam's fading in pretty well. The only reason I see the seam is because a couple of the diamonds were off on the pattern. But other than that, like, it doesn't look bad at all. Especially for a $2,000 boat. So, and a dude that's never worked with this material before. So, oh man, I'm happy with it. I think it'll look okay. I think okay. Now I got to do the next one. which is going to suck. But the next one I could use even a smaller. No, I probably can't. A smaller seam, but I don't think that's going to matter. Or a smaller, yeah, smaller secondary piece, but I don't think it's going to really matter because the way it's coming out, I think I might be able to do. I'll use this other half piece that I got, which should be enough to. Yeah, this will be enough to wrap. Start. This is the factory edge cut, so I can start over here and do that. Wrap that side, and then have the factory cut. I'll be good there. That'll work. That'll work. So now the next step is going to be to sand off the other one, which is going to suck. It's going to suck, but it'll work. I know now, proof of concept, right? So now we just got to freaking get her done. I'm losing motivation though. I know it's not going to take that long. I could probably have it done in 35, 40 minutes. The rate I'm going, slow and low. I'm not going to finish this today before I run the light. It's already 1:30. I mean, I have lights out here I could use, but yeah, that seam is definitely disappearing. So we'll be golden on that. You can't even see it from right here, from this angle. There's like one angle where I can see the seam, but that's it. So I'm happy. The corners came out way better than I thought they were gonna. I thought the corners would for sure be a total pain in the ass, but you can't even tell. I mean, look at that. You can't even really tell. You can't even see where one piece starts and the other piece ends. So that worked out in my favor. So another one done. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. It's going to look fucking great. It's going to look fucking great. I'm kind of stoked. Never worked with this material before, and it's actually starting to look good. So I'm happy with it. I'm really happy with it. I'm tempted to tear off one of these pieces on the trunk lid and redo it, but I don't think I'll have an issue with it. I might have to tear that one off. It's going to be a bitch though. I might have to just go get some adhesive to get that on there, because it's peeling off on one of the corners, on one of the edges. It's like this little bit didn't stick. I should have enough of this stuff, this color material left to redo that if I gotta. But I don't want to do it, you know. Nap time. Right on, right on, right on, guys. Yeah, go fucking enjoy your Sunday. Take a nap. I'm surprised you guys are here watching my stupid ass on a Sunday afternoon. But that's what we're here for, right? Some Sunday stupidity. So let me go. I gotta move all this shit and start this whole process over for the next one, which I'm not looking forward to. Not looking forward to it. It won't be that bad though once I get her going. Once I get her going, it'll look all right. It's just a matter of getting her done. So, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely get some adhesive on some of these edges folds, because some of these folds are kicking up. So, shit. I'm gonna have to go get some freaking different adhesive here on some of this stuff. Unless that'll make it stick down by just doing that. But I don't think so. I got some parts that are gonna definitely need some adhesive on it. But it's alright. It's alright. We'll make her work. We'll get her done and get her all nice and solid, and it'll look good once it's in. So Wednesday when I go to the store, what I'll do is I'll just pick up some adhesive and kind of tack this little bit back in there. The little bit that wants to kink up and pull out. Because on this corner right here, I had to wrap the corner. So the curve was where I'm having issues. It's not wanting to stick in that corner. But we'll be okay. We'll be okay. Fine. Be just fine. Take all my finished lids over here and get them out of the way. And now, here's my other live well lid, which will be the next one we're doing. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip these over eventually. I might even do it while they're on the boat. And I'm not even going to try to look for these hatches. That's hilarious. I'm not even going to look for these latches for these things. I'm just going to basically go get different ones, and I'll weld a plate on the inside that I can just re-drill and go with that route. So let me mark this one while I'm on it. To hole, face out, to lid, face out. All right. Pull this one off. Left live well. All right. So let me pull the hinges off here and let's get her done. And again, he stripped these screws. We're gonna have to drill that one out. Oops. That didn't go in there right. This dude that had this boat before me, man, like, he didn't know anything about anything. He didn't know how to use a screwdriver, anything. He stripped out damn near everything he touched. The wiring that he touched is all fucked up. The pretty much like 3 out of 5 screws that he touched on here are stripped. But I have new screws somewhere that I can use. And it's not like I'm fishing tournaments, so I don't really worry too much about the live wells. But, you know, I want them to function if I do decide to fish a tournament. Or if I want to use live bait, I have the live well to keep them alive, you know. Usually, though, I've been using the bait bucket for live bait. All right. So there's that hinge off. Oh, except for the one that I got to drill out. Which I'm sick of having to drill out shit on this boat because this dude didn't know how to freaking operate a screw gun. Let me try one more time, see if I can get this out without having to drill it. I don't think so, though. Nope. So, time to drill it. It's like the 15th one I've had to drill. I'll just end up replacing them all eventually anyway. Looks like the hardest screw on the boat. That one's actually real metal, not freaking like cast. The rest have all been like pot metal. Just broke my drill bit. Ow, son of a bitch. I just stabbed myself with a drill bit. That hurt. It's out, though. That one's out. God, that freaking hurt. That was a nice little stab to the hand. But she's out. There we go. All right. Scraper time. This is the part that sucks, guys. This is the part that sucks. If I can get this down there just right, it might come off. I hope. I'd like to be able to get all of the carpet off the back. God, that freaking hurt. Yeah, all the backing, all the carpet's not going to come off the back, but that's fine. I can get the majority of it off there and be okay. There we go. All right, I've been ignoring chat, but nobody's chatting, so unless my chat froze. Did my chat freeze? No, my chat didn't freeze. Hey, Zyra, welcome in. We're just hanging out, shooting the shit, and doing the last few hatches on the boat. We're almost done. Almost, so close. We got 2 hatches after this one. So 3 to go, basically. I just now started on this one. And then once it's done, we can put it all back together and go fishing. Come on, peel all of it off. Man, whoever did this carpet, man, they were not paying for their own glue, I can tell you that. Because they used enough of it to freaking do this boat like 3 times. Oh, nasty. All right. Come on, get out of there. Get her done. Let's get her done. All right, there we go. Some of it's peeling off all right. Others not. It's like some spots they used extra glue and some spots they used enough. Kind of wish they didn't use enough on all of it, but it is what it is. We'll get her done. We'll get her done, and then we'll get her put back together, and we'll go fishing. All right, now comes the scraping. I got such a mess to clean up in my yard from doing this. I got shit everywhere. But I knew this project would be a mess. I knew that going in. I just didn't think it'd be this much of a mess. But it's worth it. It'll look good when it's done, and it'll work way better than it did. The carpet was just like disintegrating on here. All right, what's going on with chat? Oh, we only got 3 people watching now, but that's all right. I'm just gonna keep the live going while we're doing this, and people will filter in and out and hang out, and it's all good. I'm sure there's a bunch of people live today actually fishing instead of working on boats, but you know, I gotta work on the boat so I can actually go fish. I'm kind of excited to look when it's done. Like, the more I get into it, the more I lose motivation, but the more I'm motivated at the same time. Like, I know I have to finish because I've already started. So, but I don't want to be sitting here doing this. I'd rather be doing something else. Should have went hunting today. But I hate hunting weekends, because especially right now, because it's rifle season, and every idiot with a rifle that got a hunting license is out in the deer woods today. But I'm going hunting tomorrow for sure. And if I can get cell service, which I highly doubt, in the deer woods, I'll be going live, at least for some of it. But I kind of doubt I'm going to be able to get cell service, so I may just end up making long forms. So my long form videos usually don't do shit. That's the thing. So I'm kind of hesitant on them. But until I get Starlink, I'm going to be stuck to lives fishing like lakes that I don't like to fish because of the cell service issue. And then long forms for other stuff. So I'll do what I got to do until we get Starlink, but Starlink's kind of going to be I don't know, it's expensive. Starlink is absolutely expensive. But, you know, maybe one of these days we'll have a channel big enough to where Starlink pays for itself. Who knows? But until then, I'm just going to keep on keeping on and keep on grinding. And we still only got 2 people in here. Dump dirt off of here. Oh, what a mess. All right. It's amazing how much crap stays in your carpet. You can wash it, you can clean it, you can whatever. A bunch of crap still stays in there. That's why I hate carpet in the house. Especially living out here in the desert and having dogs. Carpet's just gross. All right, one little section to get the carpet off of, and then we can start sanding and get the glue off. Three of y'all hanging out watching. Appreciate you guys. We're working on the boat lids, and I figured what I'd do is I'd open up the chat to anything goes today. So no rules, no, you know, just don't be an asshole. I mean, you can kind of be an asshole, but don't treat people like shit. Other than that, no rules in chat today, guys. All right, that's it. That's the last little bit of carpet that's going to be scraped off. And the rest is going to be grinded. Now that my drink is full of fucking gross nastiness. Oh well. So. Oh, I got to start grinding it now. All right, here we go. Game on, right? Grinder, grinder, grinder away. Here she goes. Whoop. Hit the off button. Hit the off button again. All right. All right, y'all. This one's ready to be wrapped. Well, I gotta wash it off, but wash all the dust off it and stuff. But then it's ready to be wrapped. Heck yeah. That's it, guys. She is ready for wrap. Just gotta wash her off and wrap her up. All right. Now, I drilled one hell of a hole in my hand. So nobody's here. All right. That's all good though. It's a Sunday afternoon. Let me clean off the camera because I made a mess out of my camera. All right. All right. Last person to say anything was Zyra. Oh, I got a little bit right here, but I can't get the grinder inside there, so that's all good though. All right, that'll work. That'll work. All right, we're about done. Well, we're about ready to start. Go wash her off and then let her dry and then wrap it up. So I think what I'm going to do, you guys, is I'm going to end this live for a little while. I'm going to go wash this thing off real quick. I'm going to go wash me off real quick. And I'm going to make some food because I'm freaking starving. So I'm going to end this for a little bit. And then after I eat, I will come back out and get going again on the next one. So we'll see you guys in a little bit.